This first video shows the counseling technique of open-ended questions, or also called engagement questions. These questions typically begin with who, what, where, and why, and these questions help to foster a relationship between the client and the therapist and shows a true interest. It also helps to create more broader answers when a question is being asked. All right, let's see how it's demonstrated in practice. All right, Courtney, so like we just talked about your process with school, and you were choosing what school is best for you. How is that process going for you right now?
It is. I think it's going okay. I've been out of school for so long, so getting back in the groove of getting all the necessary documents as far as school is concerned has been a little hectic, trying to make time for that. Of course, we have to do get the information from the doctor, recommendation letters, things like that. And you don't want to feel like you're bugging people all the time.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I just want to make sure I have everything in timely. So I just have to stay on top of things and checklists. So I'm maintaining.
Okay, so you say maintaining. Tell me a little about what that word means to you, maintaining.
Well, I guess I say maintaining as far as I'm an organizer, so I feel like I'm staying afloat. I don't want to get too far behind on deadlines or things like that. If it's due in April, I like to have everything in at least by the end of February. So that's what I mean with maintaining. I'm just staying afloat. I'm not, drowning or getting behind or having to scurry, things like that. So that's what I mean when I say maintaining.
Great. Tell me about some tools that you use to help you maintain or help you to stay afloat.
Like I said, I'm an organizer, so I do live by my planner. I like checklists and checking things off. So in my planner, I may have the first week of March. I want to make sure this is done by March 3rd, or I have a deadline every Friday. I want this done and things like that. So that helps me a lot. That's one of my main things that I always revert back to with everything in my life.
Is your planner.
Correct.
And that is a really good tool to use for
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
So with everything going on, what are you feeling mainly? Like, what's the emotion that you're feeling?
Maybe nervous, just because of the fact that I try to talk myself out of things a lot. I'm like, well, maybe it's not the right time, because I do, juggling different things and adding school on top of my plate is very nervous for me, because I feel like maybe I'm overloading myself and I may not succeed. So nervous. Overwhelming right now, like I mentioned before, just trying to get all my necessary documents without feeling like I'm bothering someone with my recommendation letters and things like that. But overall, I will put all those feelings into a pot of excitement, because I am ready to start this journey and start fresh and get school out of the way. So I am excited.
Wonderful. Okay, that is so good to hear.
Yes.
And you made a lot of progress since our last visit, so that's good that you're continuing to, press forward despite what you feel. So our next session, we'll talk just a little bit more about your school process and those feelings that you're feeling. Right?
Okay, sounds good.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. The next counseling technique that we will explore is the technique of the reflection of content and feelings. This technique allows for our clients to feel a genuine positive regard from us, the therapist, and it also allows them to feel like they have truly been heard when they are expressing their feelings towards us. It also allows our client to further explore those deep feelings that they have shared with us. So now we will see how this technique is played out into practice. All right, Courtney. So again, you've been coming in with your angst and everything about starting school.
Right.
So how's that going for you?
It's going good. I'm making some progress. I always feel like every time I come here, I want to be able to tell you, something new, that I'm not staying stagnant. So I did turn everything in. I got all of my recommendations letter. I was worried about that. But I got all those in, so I've turned everything in. So I'm just kind of waiting right now. Of course, I have a couple choices. So I'm just hoping I have some good news soon.
Okay, so with all your information turned in, now I know you were saying you were feeling overwhelmed, and I totally understand what you mean by saying that you get overwhelmed. You coming in, I've understood your feelings and the feelings of being overwhelmed. And I can definitely understand the school process is long, it's tedious, it's nerve-wracking. So how do you think you're feeling?
More so, my nerves have kind of settled down a little bit, but the waiting game just makes me, you know, twiddle my thumbs a little bit. That's all I'm kind of focused on. I check the mail every day, so that's one of the things. I just don't want to get a rejection letter or things like that. But just the waiting game for anything is just kind of makes you kind of anxious. So.
And that feeling of rejection is normal, but nobody wants to feel that. So I definitely understand, where you're coming from with that. Do you think with everything going on with coronavirus and you applying for school, has that had a toll on you?
Absolutely. Like this whole Corona thing is it's a lot for me. Even with social media, like I'm a big social media person, but sometimes I had to. It just makes me super nervous all the time. Like I feel like even if I have a cough, I'm like, it's not allergies. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. But I have to put myself first mentally, so I try to mute coronavirus on social media apps, or sometimes I had to take a week and just delete the CNN app because every update was about the coronavirus, and I've gotten to where I can't see that every day. So it makes me super anxious all the time, and just not even with myself, just worried about loved ones and making sure they're abiding by different things.
Right.
So it is nervous, and seeing the outcomes of a lot of these cases is really sad. So you kind of have to protect your mental health and what's the word? Just kind of scale back a little bit. Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. So.
Yes, absolutely. And the feeling anxious, I think the whole world is feeling like that right now, which is it's not fun at all. But I think that's very smart of you to realize, like, okay, I know me, I know what I need to separate from, because I'm sure some people can look at that all day because they want to get the constant information,
Right.
But having that constantly fed to you as well,
It's draining.
That's a lot. Yeah,
It's
the
super
feeling
draining.
of being drained. Yeah, that's a
Absolutely.
strong word for that, but that's how you feel, and I can totally relate to that.
Absolutely. So that is definitely what it is. It's very draining right now. So, but we're just trying to abide by rules and everybody stay safe. But I just do what I have to do to help me not be so overwhelmed as I have been recently.
Right.
So.
And I think if you just continue to use that separation technique and continue to just know yourself and separate from what you need to separate from, I think you'll make great strides into feeling better. So next time you come in, I hope to hear of an acceptance from you.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes, so exciting. And we'll see you next time, okay?
Thanks. See you later.
Right. Perfect! Boom. And the final counseling technique that we will explore is our nonverbal behavior, or also known as our body language. When our body language is open and positive towards our client, it allows us to create a more engaging environment, which then allows our client to feel more comfortable with us and just provides a more conducive counseling environment. So again, let's see how positive body language plays out in the counseling field. Hey Courtney, it's good to see you today.
Thanks. How are you?
I'm good. So last time you were here, how did you feel about your first session?
I felt really, when I first came in, I was very just kind of nervous because when you hear therapy or counseling, you think something's wrong. But I came in and I was very comfortable with you and you were very open. So I really feel good about it, and that's what brings me here for my second session. So.
Okay, great. Well, we're happy to have you back. And we're happy that, you did decide to come to counseling. So I think that is really great of you to do that. So what would you like to discuss on today? How are you feeling? Let's start there.
I'm just, of course, this is still new to me. So I do appreciate you building rapport with me and things like that. So I kind of feel like this is the beginning stage. So you're still getting to know me and things like that. So I guess that opens the door for me to feel more comfortable with you.
Okay, great. So I know last time you were here, we were talking about your process with school. How is that going?
It's going pretty well. I've narrowed down as far as what I want my major to be, I think. And I'm just trying to figure out what school is best for me as far as that. So it's a lot of choices, and I get overwhelmed with choices. So.
Well, I think that's really good that you have made the choice and made the commitment to, you know, go ahead and pursue school. So I think that's awesome. And thank you for coming in today. I'll see you next time. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
I had to make sure I smile. Okay.